YouTube's new monetization policy, changing in February or something like that, from 4,000 watch hours to 8,000 watch hours. What I want to talk about today, there's a little bit more to it than that, and I'll talk about that later. If you're new to the channel, hi, welcome. My name is Greg. Glad you're watching. And if you're a returning YouTuber, welcome back. I'm glad to see you. Monetization, and it's a necessary evil. And the reason why I say that is because it's all about money. YouTube and its people. Now, this is all just my thinking, so just hear me out on this. And my guess is advertisers that are spending a lot of money have come to realize, hey, my ads are being run in front of people that they don't get very many views. And I don't want my advertisements, the money I'm paying for, to have my ad run on a channel that gets maybe 300 views over a 6-month period. They want to have their advertisements put out in front of people that get, 1 million views in 6 minutes. Are there people out there like that? Well, so anyhow, it's all about money. And YouTube wanting the advertisers, because when they show an ad, they make money. YouTube makes enough money that they're willing to give you, once you're monetized, part of the YPP program, the YouTube participation program, YouTube is willing to give you a slice of the pie for your time and effort making videos. But it also wants you to do a good job. But overall, in the end, it comes down to money. If you're going to be spending your hard-earned money to get your product out in front of viewers, would you want your video sat in front of a couple of people that aren't going to be watching or wanting to buy your product, and all your advertisement money is going to just disappear and get wasted? Now, write in the comments down below if you have a better idea about this whole thing than I do, because in my lifetime of working for the man, it all comes down to money. Cost cutting, cost savings, safety first. I get that. And let's be safe. Well, why do we got to be so safe? It's like, well, insurance costs, but let's get back to YouTube. So YouTube is wanting to raise their bar to 8,000 watch hours. I currently have 79 or 70. I think it's 70 valid watch hours. I know I've been working at getting 4,000 watch hours, but as far as hitting 4,000 watch hours before February, that's probably not going to happen. But then they raised the bar to 8,000 watch hours. A lot of the big, huge YouTube gurus have said that if you are making videos just to get monetized, that's kind of defeating. Because a lot of the gurus are selling courses and things like that. They're treating YouTube like a business. And so with that being said, they don't rely on monetization. Some of them have even said in their videos that they've made way more money than what the monetization policy, gives them. And that's because they are already selling courses and doing things. Now, I don't have any courses to sell. I just mention things here and there on videos. Like my last video, I mentioned about resolution quality and some of the things I've learned, along with some editing tricks. My videos are more or less for me. For you too, to help motivate you to become a YouTuber or creator and making your own YouTube videos. And it's fun. It's a lot of fun, but there's a big, huge learning curve on becoming a YouTube creator. And some people can just walk around in their backyard, like a recent person that I started subscribing to. And in his video, he said that he had absolutely no retirement. That's like me. Life has kicked me many times when I am down, and you just got to pick yourself back up and move on. There's no time to have a pity party in my life. and it's never gotten me anywhere when I feel down and sorry for myself. So just get up, get going. In 5 minutes, your life is going to change. So be prepared, hang on, and jump on every opportunity with both feet. You might crash and burn. I'm not saying just throw endless amounts of money at every single thing that you take on, but if you don't try, you'll never know. Just like people that run marathons. And I've heard a few people say, oh yeah, I could do 26 miles, no problem. You have to train. You can't just get up and go run 26 miles. You'd probably die. I know I would. So, and I don't run marathons. I always figured God let us make cars first. So if you're going to be making YouTube videos, I strongly suggest that you find a good niche. My good niche is, I haven't really found one yet that I know of, other than just talking on camera. Now, the reason why I started a YouTube channel was because I wanted to make videos, get some monetization money going as a side income. That was my only goal. And I later on realized that through all these YouTube gurus that monetization money fluctuates so much that you're probably not going to want to have to rely on that. So you're going to want to make a career out of this. I was thinking, well, what can I do for a career? I don't know of anybody that would want to pay money to learn what I have learned. Well, I've had a couple of people tell me, Greg, you are the worst person ever to do a YouTube video. And you have so much stuff that you have learned, and you're a new guy to picking up a camera and the work-throughs that you've had to do. And what I mean by that work-throughs is buying little bits of pieces of equipment to help me out so that I can make a video better, even though it doesn't show. Because if you've watched any of my other videos, it's just like, yeah, you wish for death. It's they're terrible, especially if you watch them on a 65-inch big screen TV like I got to do just the other day. Oh, it was painful. And I was the guy that made the videos. So really learn a lot about lighting and what they mean by lighting. And walking around in my backyard, certain camera angles are way better than other camera angles. Uploading in resolution quality. I have that in my last video, and it's a quick video, but it's, the better the resolution, the more better the picture will look. Or that's what I believe at this moment in time. I've watched a few other people that you have to use. There's a lot of YouTube gurus, and every single one of them has some life-changing information that they're going to tell you in their video. And then 10 videos later, it's the exact opposite of what they've just told you. And what I mean by that is some of them are like, you need music for your introduction. Other ones are like, no music. I've seen other gurus that say talking head videos should never have any music. You are going to find anything and everything there is. What I say you have to do is you do you. You're making the video. You're making the video for your own self to help other people or to give information, or you have something to say. When it comes down to it, you're the one behind the camera. You're the one putting in all the effort, the time, the money, everything. And you have to do you. If you want to add sound effects, go ahead and add sound effects. If you want to cut videos here and there, but it all comes down to what is your viewing audience going to put up with on watching your videos. So you have to lean towards that way, because like my last video, I saw somebody watched it and they watched it for 11 seconds. So it all comes down to, you got to do you. You can listen to the gurus. If you listen long enough, you'll notice that everybody has the most helpful information out there, and your life will end if you don't watch their video. Give it a thumbs up and a like and a subscribe and comment down below and all that good stuff that they always say, including myself. You know how hard it is to ask somebody to give you a thumbs up? or a lot, or a comment down below. I've gotten more comments from brand new people, which I truly appreciate. And I answer back all the comments because what you have to say is important to me. And, even bad comments. I even made a video about a bad comment I had, and I didn't understand it at the time. I did a comparison video, and then I uploaded it in 720p, and it was horrible. I watched that on the big screen TV. Couldn't tell the difference between the product. But this is what I have to say is you are going to have to do YouTube. And, if you break out and you get 8,000 watch hours, after February, congratulations. It's just a work in progress. I'm trying to put out, I have some time I have scheduled, and, but I hate dedicating myself to, I'm going to put out a video a day because that is, I'm not going to, what is your comment you have to say about the monetization changes in YouTube? I'd really like to hear. I know it's just my thoughts and ideas on the subject matter. Everybody's been talking about it on YouTube. My whole feed is filled up with 8,000 hours instead of 4,000. Oh, the little guys are getting crushed out. Help build character if you're going to stick with this. YouTube is not the be all and end all of the whole entire world. And as you notice, there's a lot more channels out there that you can put videos on. They just might not pay the same. And if you're out to just make a video and you don't really even care about the monetization, which honestly, if you're just doing it for the monetization money, if you're putting out a video just for the monetization money, is it really a video worth watching? Would you watch it again? Some key points that you have to ask yourself. I know all my videos, I can't stand watching them because I know of how much learning I have to do, how much better I need to get. And then I also compare myself to a lot of other YouTubers out there, which you shouldn't do, but I do, like a lot of other people. Learning how to talk on YouTube is... Well, thank you for watching my little blurb about YouTube monetization. And I'm really curious as to what you have to say. Leave a comment down below. If you like this, please subscribe. And watch all my other videos so that maybe I'll have 74 hours of watch hours. But yeah, watch them at your own risk. Well, anyhow, thank you, and you have a great day.